Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Mechet for another episode on the Start From Scratch series, where we've moved forward to October the 1st and it's a rainy morning. We're getting starting off as we start episode number 4. Our wheat has germinated, our winter wheat we got done. I did get it rolled, I got it finished off, but we need to get fertiliser on it, and then we might do a couple of contracts. We've no other fields, so there's not an awful lot we can do ourselves on the farm. Don't worry, we'll find something to do. We won't be bored. Anyway, yeah, very welcome back to the series. We're going to progress on now and get this field taken care of. We'll do a few contracts and we'll see what other trouble we can get into. Starting off, just as we're back, first episode was out and a very positive reaction to it. Thank you all for that watched, liked and commented on it. Few things. I did actually ask a question about where am I going. I'm going up to get a fertiliser spreader of some description. We need to get fertiliser on the field and get fertiliser. Yeah, a couple of things. Did ask a couple of questions. One was about the economy, run hard or normal, or what should we do. There was couple of comments said I should run normal economy, progress faster, and some people like it on the hard economy. I did come in, I played around with it when I came back on to see the difference in contract payouts and things like that, and you know what, I've actually decided to leave it for the moment on hard economy. There's not that much in the difference, and we're not going to be doing an awful lot of contracts if we can anyway. We're going to kind of limit what we're doing to not have overkill with contracts. Won't be anything like it was in the Hamlet where we had absolutely nothing starting off really. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. We're open to make changes and do bits and pieces along the way. Now, just on the map, our loan, of course, we would have paid back a little bit out of it. On the map itself, someone else also suggested about putting down a pasture here for cattle or that, but we do have enough on the south side of the road. There's one there and one there. 112 and 127 are both cattle pastures. 113 is a sheep pasture. So we've enough other stuff here. I think I'll just keep this as a wheat field for now. It's really just to get us a start. I think that's more the reason why I've done it, to give us some sort of a start, because other than that, we weren't going to have anything, and we started with this. So we will definitely consider changes here. This is not always going to remain as a pasture or a wheat field or a crop field, put it that way. It's not always going to remain as that. It was literally to get something in the ground and get going. So what are we going to do? Let's have a look. Second-hand market first. There is a Syk Agri, but I'm thinking 9,000 drops us down to 20. It drops us down a lot of money to pay out, but maybe we're better off just leasing for the time being, where it'll cost us a fraction of that. So let's have a look just before we do. Is there anything in here in the line of fertiliser? No, there's nothing yet. No, there we go. There's one bag for 200. Yeah, we'll have that. That is fertiliser, isn't it? We'll have that. This is the second-hand market can be very good at times. That's it. We'll need more than that anyway. So let's go to the real market. Checking out prices. We do have 2 locations on the map that do sell cheaper with seed and stuff like that. Up here, this location here, the Méchet Agricultural Co-op. And then this other one down here. Is it this one? There is one down here. Yeah, La Co-op Cooperative. I just know you pick it up over here. That's why I was looking for the trigger. But they're a little bit cheaper than buying from the market. But cheeky people like me have the Polish bags loaded. And they're cheaper again. So we just bought one there. So what we're going, they're not cheaper for lime for some reason, because you get 2,000 litres of lime for 450. So it's just cheaper, like €500 for 1,000 litres. as opposed to they're charging double that. I think it's 1,035 for 1,000 litres. So we're going to buy 3 of them, which will give us 4,000. Now, why are you buying 4,000? I'm kind of doing this backwards. I want to try this Syk agricultural pack. Now, I have used these in the past, and so I'm going to actually lease the one that we don't need to cover. We leave the extensions on it, and we're going to lease that. It's 13,506. So we could have got one of the other ones cheaper. The other thing too, I'm sure there is, fertilising contracts. So we can do some of these as well. We're allowed to do 2 in a row, and that's it. So we probably do number 1 and 128. Yeah, 128 is not far away. We'll do them. Then we have our own equipment to do the mowing contracts, and we still have the lease plough. I think we still have it, have we? Hold on, should be here. Yeah, we still have the lease plough there to do more contracts with that before we send it back. I held on to it because I knew I did bring it up. I was going to send it back, and then I said, "Hold on a minute. There will be more ploughing contracts. There's no doubt about it. There always is. This time of the year, keep it for now. It's cheaper than sending it back and getting it again." So we have no we have no zero compact on this tractor. We've no way of putting it on it either. I don't think you can actually modify the tractor itself and put it on. It's 15 grand anyway. We'll make do without it for now. I know you might say, but you've done the precision farming, you've done everything else. Look, it's nice to get the settings and the readings you need for the precision farming. Now, come on, load up. There we go. Just go check to see, can you put the zero compact on this? Give me 1 second. It's for here. Modify. Oh. Oh, whoa. 15,000 now. No, it's only one field. If we had a load more, I'd say, yeah, let's do it. We'll run with what we have for now, and we'll run with that. You kind of have to watch the money for the time being. Now, I'll go and do contracts and have money there, and I'll be saying later, maybe you should. But like, this tractor is our start tractor. The plan is to upgrade it. Now, I would kind of hope that we add to it rather than upgrade, if you know what I mean. That we're at a point where we'll hang on to this tractor. There's only 14 hours on it. And we have this for doing other bits and pieces, and maybe upgrade to something a bit more modern or a bit more high-tech with front PTO on it and stuff like that. Maybe, yeah, that's kind of where my brain is kind of thinking at the moment. I'm going to come down here and just get our field GPS into gear. We're getting a lot of ground deformation now because of the soil. This may be alright. See, this is what I always wonder. It is now showing that we are automatically, this has got 20 km/h working speed. That's pretty good. We're automatically spreading at the correct rate, even though we haven't got the zero compact on. Now, I think that is something that on precision farming is, no matter what spreader you have, it's going to still read the field. And shh, don't tell Giant. Don't want it to change it. I've always thought that all along, that it didn't matter what you had. Now, I think where it works is if I drive over the field I've already done, it will shut the spreader off. Like, it seems to be spreading at a constant rate. It wasn't spreading any less when we were driving, overlapping the bit that was already done. So, look, we'll we'll work away with this anyway the way it is. We're not even anywhere near halfway through what we bought, so with that in mind, we should be okay for doing these other contracts. Gonna get this bit in the middle, bring it around, and that should be it. That's it. So we've 2,700 litres left, so we used just under 1,300 litres. So there you go. I'm just gonna pull off the field. I think we're getting all that compaction because of the wet. I don't mind it. It looks really well. Yeah, so we're getting perfect in most places. There's the odd bit that's okay on that. So we have our field done. We have it fertilised now. So we've nothing else to do with that field at all. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pick 2 of these. There's 3 of them there now. You know me, I'm going to pick the most profitable. 128's beside us. That's only down the road. I'll pick that. We have the equipment. And we'll pick field number 1. And I'll get the 2 of them done. Returning leased equipment. The jury's out on it after the last episode because I'm kind of thinking that I'd be better off hanging on to it for a bit when other contracts are going to come up to use it. That it's cheaper to take the overnight hit on the fees. Contracts of this size, we have to lease the equipment to do them with our own machinery because the equipment's not that expensive. If we're doing a big harvest contract where we need a combine, or a vegetable harvest contract where we need a piece of equipment that's going to cost 20, 30 grand to lease, well then we're allowed borrow with the actual contract itself. But in this case, we have to either own the equipment or lease it. I don't know how clear I would have made that in the earlier episodes, but am I going the right way for field 128? I am, yeah. I'm not familiar with the fields down this end of the map. There's the pasture I was telling you about, the sheep and goat pasture. Small enough, so I can't see it holding an awful lot of animals, which is fine. That is the cattle pasture there. Basically for beef cattle because it won't do it won't do milk. Oh, this is the field across the road from the train station. Alright, let me get started on this and then I will say goodbye to you for a little bit. We cut in here, of course we can. Don't tell anyone. Yeah. Yeah, these are going to be fairly straightforward. We haven't even got the line coming up yet. There we go. We have it now. Okay, let me get these 2 done. I'm going to take the ploughing contracts and then I'm going to take the mowing contracts and get them done. So we'll be doing 6 contracts basically, and to be honest with you then, more than likely when we collect the money from it, we're going to buy that pasture and we're going to get that grass cut. We'll need to get it into the feed rack that's on the pasture to actually fill it. And yeah, we'll see how we're going after that, what we're going to do. Are we going to buy a few animals? A few baby goats maybe? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Come back and see anyway. Anyway, let me get on with the work. I've rambled on for long enough. But at least I hope you're up to speed on everything now. Okay, time to get the ploughing contract done. I only accepted 1. This is a cultivation contract there, so I kind of want to mix and match. I'll put the clock up, back up to 5. I did actually fast forward it to make up for the time I had it running on 1. I would have went well past. We need diesel. I was trying to remember where you could actually buy it. You can buy it here. So we're going to get this diesel up and we get it up to the field. Cultivation contract. We're going to do one of them. And we'll get that done in a while when we get this one finished. I had it there. I was looking at which one was a big field. Only because I want to give myself somewhere else to go. That's up beside the snail farm. So we're going to take that. We need to get a cultivator. I've already picked one now. Oh. 466 for fuel? That's not right. That's not right. There's no way that's right. We're putting a tank on the farm. That is way too much. Doesn't cost me that on high fuel economy on along the Kiel Canal to fill the big tractor. So it's definitely not right. Anyway, it's bought now. There's nothing I can do about it. 63% done. It's going quite well. I know it's not the fastest, but it's what we have. Yeah, we're going to do the cultivation contract, and we need to get a cultivator. I already looked, and I'm going to run with this. It says the chisel plough is a cultivator as well. I don't know how. Anyway, we're going to run with this one. I have never used it before. It's 4.2 meters, 120 horsepower. What's combinations on? Oh, wait. So we're just going to lease it. Okay. Primarily, we're going to buy our stuff, as I said before, from second-hand market. So that's why it's not that expensive. We could have bought it, but we'll just lease it and we'll do that contract. We're struggling up the hill now. We were doing the headlands and it was okay because you were moving this way and moving that way and moving the other way. And you were used to stop starting, but you're trying to do a full run and all of a sudden you got a struggle. It's kind of like, oh, what am I letting myself in for? Probably will upgrade the power on this tractor a little bit. Oh, that bit nearly goes the whole way down the field. I didn't realise that. And there's another little bit here. We can't see that. That'll be the percentage that won't be done. It'll be complete. Yeah, we're doing kind of going to stick with the narrower equipment as well. We're keeping it small. Like, we're not looking to go with the maximum width we can get. You know, like if I had a 300 horsepower tractor, have the 12 metre wide plough, or we're keeping it kind of a little bit more realistic. The same with picking that cultivator. It's only 4.3. I could have went with the really small one. That one there. Like, could have went with that. That's 5 metres and it'll bomb along with that because it only needs 31 horsepower. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to pick out bits and pieces I haven't used before of equipment and use them. Here, we can get that bit while we're passing by. Yeah, I can't leave bits. That's it, jumping onto the line behind me. That ruined my line of attack. Yeah, it kind of just trying to keep it more realistic with the sense that you'd expect a small farmer starting out only to have very small equipment. And I'd be happy enough to plug away with what we have and keep an eye on that second-hand market. And when the stuff comes up that's of any value to us in the long run, well, then we won't be leasing anymore. We'll switch over. What have we got in contracts so far? And I'll collect them all when we finish the cultivation contract. So far we have 1688 and 3. So say 3,000 with them. Then this is going to be 5, 3, and then, yeah, you could say, like, I mean, we're going to have about 13,000. So we'll have enough money to buy that pasture and still have money left over. We're going to have to get a diesel tank from the yard. I don't know what I have loaded in mods. I'll have to have a look and see because it's not something I was thinking about when I was starting out. The diesel tanks I have are probably 5,000 to buy. We can get something smaller. I'm not sure, do I have the barrels loaded, the mod for the barrels loaded? I don't even know where you find them in here. Beyond their miscellaneous, I think. That's only got one thing. I only got past it. I know it's coming up. There we go. No, I don't think they're in it. There is another miscellaneous again. No, I don't think I have them loaded. The diesel barrels, where they come up in the second-hand market. Maybe we'll before I put down the diesel thing, we just run with that and have to buy our diesel in barrels because we can't afford a tank on the yard, kind of thing. Okay, you might get a great discount on them. What I notice with things like that, when you're getting the discount at the start, it's really good the first time you get it. And then it starts to come back more to the normal price. Same when you're buying seed and fertiliser. You'll get a huge deal with, say, 8 bags of seed or 8 crates of fertiliser. And then the next time you'll only get 1 or 2 or 3 and that's it. It tends to give you a great start, and then it's still good value, but it does change. Right, this is going to take another bit of time to get through. We're on 80% now. We just ticked over to 80%, so I've done 16% while I was talking to you. So I'll get this done, and then I'm going to leave this back on the farm rather than at the dealership, and then go and pick up that cultivator and go and do that cultivation contract. You know, I should set my speed so when I lift the plough, it didn't fly off into the sunset. Now, here we go. Right, I'll talk to you when I'm on the field doing the cultivation contract. Just on the way up the hill, the snail farm. And this is our field here. The next one up on the left. First time using this cultivator, so we'll find out everything okay together. I don't expect it not to be. In other words, I expect it to be okay. Use of English there to confuse everyone. Anyway, drop it down. Let's go. What's the working speed? Working speed's probably okay on it. 14. Let's set our speed again for lifting it. Get down to about 17, I presume. 18, 17, that's around about that. So this should, it'd be okay. There's plenty of lines if you look at it. Yeah, still it'll be okay. 3 headlands. We'll get through it. And then going to just do contracts in this day, and then we'll do buy our pasture and do our grass in that when we move into the second day. And we'll see if we're going to do more contracts. Probably do a few, not too many. But I don't want it to be all about contracts. So this is our fourth contract. We done 2 at the start, ploughing then, and then this one. So this is number 4. So we'll do 1 mowing one. We have the gear for it, and then we will move forward to the next day and mow our own field when we buy it, of course. There's that small matter of needing to actually purchase the plough. Yeah. Feels weird doing this field in the contract, considering I've done it so many times in the other save I had on here. But yeah, just kind of now I know. Look at the field, look at the number, jump at the tractor and head straight there. Familiarity. When you're on the map for a while, you kind of know. You even, in a lot of cases, you don't even need to look at the number. You kind of know exactly where you're going before you head out. Yeah, I've struggled a little bit on the uphill, but thankfully most of this field's across the hill, so we're going across, so we're not going to be up and down. The only bit we'll be climbing is just that little bit, that's all. Oh, and of course the headland on the other end. But that's only for the 3 headlands, and then that's done. Okay, I'll get this done and pick a mowing contract. Oh, let's do that now. Let's pick a mowing contract now. Let's see, mowing, cultivation, ploughing complete. Why is it showing complete there? I'm going to be out on the road. I'm taking so long to go down through this. You do know I'm going to pick that. No, I'm not going to go. I'm going to go for the one that's closest to us, which is that one there. Now, Right, let me get this wrapped up. Yeah, it's going to struggle on the little uphills here, but it's grand. It's grand. We get through it. Last contract for the day. We're on the mowing contract in that field. It's not too far from our farm. That's why I chose this one. I think there was one there a little bit more money. So what we do is we get this done. We get it out of the way, and then we're going to buy that pasture, the sheep pasture. We'll collect the money, see what we have, but we'll have about 10 grand in the bank after we buy the pasture. I think we've the money there to buy the pasture now, but we'll do that, and then we'll come back in the second day of October. I'm actually cutting the month days down to 2 days. I normally run 3-day months, but because we haven't got an awful lot of work to do, I'm kind of skipping through the last one. Anyway, the way I'm kind of trying to do it just won't happen all the time, of course, because we won't have work to do on our own fields, is to spend 1 day doing contracts and then the other day doing our own work, or to split them over the 2 days, you know what I mean, a half a day on each or whatever. But until we have more land, that's going to be just not happening, because we're not going to have a full day's work to do on our own farm. Literally, we'll have a couple of hours probably in real time, probably a half an hour's work to do maybe, until we get other fields, just looking after the animals and that. The one thing about getting the animals in that pasture is we're going to need to get them water. So we're going to need a water tanker. There's a few things we kind of need that are going to put a little bit of an extra call on the money. Naturally enough, if we're not going to put the animals in straight away, well then we have the time to wait. And by wait, I mean, see, do we get lucky with something coming up in the second-hand markets? Bowsers don't tend to come up that often. So, look, it is what it is. We need to get one. And we'll cross that bridge anyway. They don't use a lot of water anyway in the paddocks, so that's the good thing about it. And we're almost right beside the river where we are there. So we are where the farm is, but where the pasture is, it's not too far away either. So that'll just make it easy enough to transport water to and from. Right, let me get this done, and we'll collect the money for our move forward, and we'll buy that pasture first. There you go, mowing contract finished. Yeah, I'm a pain in the arse because I just go and do every bit. I hate leaving bits behind. There doesn't be much left, and I just go around and tidy it up. Even the small straggly bits. And just, if you ever want me to do work for you, give me a mowing contract. I'll definitely cut every blade of grass that needs to be cut. I hate, even when I do my own work, if I see a tiny little bit that's left. And look at that, 5:30 in the afternoon, perfect. 6 o'clock is our cut-off time. Now, I'm just wondering now, I just see the meadow has been cut in, that one there. I'm just wondering whether our meadow has been cut. I'm going to get back to the farm before we actually collect the contracts. Oh, we missed the train again. We're doing quite good with the train. We haven't actually got stopped at it this episode yet. I say yet because, you know, it'll probably happen the next time. And I do like this approach. I'd like to get rid of the wood out of there, but look, we need a tractor and a loader and a trailer. So let's go back and drop this off. Tractor's looking filthy. We need to buy power washer. Let's just, before we go, let's check. That's still there. That'll be gone now anyway. There is nothing else here we need to buy. We have seed. We don't need seed. No, we'll do with the mowers we have. There's a water tanker there. Now that holds water, and I said we do need water. It only holds 2,300 litres. But yet, I think that is cheap. That's probably going to disappear when we move forward today. Let's just check the water tankers. I think we're going to have to buy it, because I don't want to go in and then find that it's going to cost us a lot more. It is the cheapest one. Like if we go up, these hold a little bit more. That one there holds the most, 4,000 litres. It's 4,000. And what is that one going for? We'll set up decals, take them off. We don't need them. What colour? You know what? It showed it in blue, and I actually like the blue because it's water. Rim colour. What have we got with yellow? Leave the rims alone. At that £1,000. No. We'll go back with white and we'll buy that. Okay, we're going to need that for putting water into the paddock anyway. So let's tell you what. Let's go into our house. It's too dark. Can't even. We're winter months now. Yeah, if only we could sit down when we go in here. Turn the kettle on. Make a cup of coffee. We don't even have a kettle. We've plenty of cleaning stuff. Look at the stove we have. Far from the house we have on this map. Anyway, contracts. Might as well save that on the way through. And let's collect that money. We have 5 contracts. Now, what are we on? 23,917. I'm going to collect these. Let's see if we get up to. Any bets? Take a guess. 40,970. That's better than I actually thought. I thought we were going to have a 32 or 3. So, yeah, that's a good day's work. That really is a good day's work. What did we get overall? Let's go stats. Stats, finances, and go down to contract income. 17,000. That's not bad going. Okay. Stop messing about. Press the right button. Is the field we want? No idea how many it holds. Don't care. We're going to buy it. We're down to 15,600. We're going to visit. And it holds 73. And the grass is still here, which is a good thing. So we can cut that now and get it in. This holds 75, I think, is it? Yeah, 75, the same as the other one. And we have to transport 15,000 litres of water, which is 5 trips at least, more. But we have that anyway. We have our animal pasture. It does not mean we're putting animals in it this month. We just wanted to get it and have it. And that's it bought. So I'm happy enough with that. That's enough progress for me. We get the grass cut now and we move forward to tomorrow. And then we will get some way of picking that grass up and getting it in here. I doubt if we'll fill it, but we'll, I'm going to take the shortcut across the fields. Any train coming? You get fined in Ireland. I think in the UK too if you're caught on the train tracks. Probably do in every other country as well. And the staff is ready to harvest. I did think I was going to buy that field. You know, when I was setting this up, I was actually including that field and the grass field in the purchase. And then I just bailed. I said, no, we don't want. We want just the one field that we take the money for, and that's it. And that's why we ended up with the wasteland we did. Let's see what the weather gives us, and then I'm going to have to get organised and go and cut that grass. We're going to need a tether, a windrower, and then we're going to need something to pick it up. So, 150 for leasing cost, that's okay. And the weather is okay, from the looks of it. Drop the mower off. Why did I drop that mower off? So, we have our pasture. I'm going to go mow the grass now. At least what I need to get the grass up and into the... See, I can't even do bales and lift them into... You know, I'm actually thinking of doing the small little square bales because then I don't need any other equipment to lift them. I know it'll be a lot of carrying, but it's all in the one field. Me, I'm a miserable sod. I don't want to spend any money. And I just want to do it as cheap as possible. So I'm going to just keep you in until we start mowing, and then I'll just knock it out. It won't take long. It's only a small field. The locals must be looking and saying, there's the mad Irishman. What's he doing in France? He's nearly driving on the wrong side of the road every time he jumps into the tractor. I was trying out Bally Springs map and I was driving on the wrong side of the road because all the maps I played were all European maps, or let's say we were driving on the right hand side of the road and not the left hand side. So I was driving down the road and I kept having to avoid everything, and then I realised, hold on. So if I do an Irish map, or do a map like when I was doing Kinleg for so long, wasn't recording that, but when I went on to something else then I was on the wrong side of the road the whole time. So right, there we go, cutting the grass. I get it picked up somehow. I'll decide what I'm going to do while I'm doing this, and I'll bring you back in then. We'll see what we get off the field. Okay, I leased the windrower and then I had to lease the baler. And why is this not picking up? It did pick up the first one. Oh, it is picking up. Why is it leaving stuff behind it? Oh, it's weird. It's picking some of it up and it's not picking, and then it's picking white. Oh, that's this baler. Oh, what's that mod doing in my folder? What is going on? So it's letting me drive faster than it should. Okay. It's picking some grass up. It's not picking it all up. This baler, I don't know how it ended up in my folder. Look at that. It's picking up miles ahead. Yeah, when I drive over, okay. But I was going to say, I leased this baler. It's offset. It's not in the right place. Okay, that's a buggy mod. There was a problem with a class baler before. It's picking that up to the side rather than driving over. Yeah, look at it. Anyway, I was only going, why didn't I not get a square baler leased? Because there's 2 square baling contracts there I could have done. Whereas there's no round baling contracts. I wasn't thinking. I was just kind of rushing in a hurry to get this off the ground and get it done. And I was thinking that I have my bale spike for the back of the tractor, so I'll be able to move them over to the side of the hay rack, so it should take them in anyway. But that baler is getting removed straight away from my mod folder when I go out. I just said I went in and just picked the cheapest thing that was there. I'll do it again now in the last one. I'll drive right over it and see what happens. Definitely wasn't picking up. When it fills up, it stops picking up. Yeah, it's not picking up again. Picking some of it up. It's not picking it all up. You have to drive off centre. If you drive centre, it's not picking it up. Anyway, they're only small bales. I can't make them any bigger. There's how many? There's 5 or 6 there now. Yeah, we got a decent amount anyway from the field. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get these into the trough. We're not getting any animals this episode anyway. We're going to save that for later. There's no rush on, and they don't have to be done straight away. And I'm going to select a couple of contracts. I'm going to do that now. Let's have a look. And I'm just going to... I was checking and see both square bale. I wouldn't do it with this one anyway. What was there? I can't even remember. I just had a quick look while I was looking to see. Well, there's loads. Only doing 2 more. That's it. I know we've another day set on the calendar, but I'm only doing 2 more and that's it. So let's see, where are these? I'm trying to pick something that's not mad hilly. Or what am I going to do? There's more there than there was when I looked. We still have fertiliser sitting in the spreader, so I'm going to take that. $39 is fairly flat. I'll take that. So that's it. We're taking them too. We're not taking any more. That's all we're doing. We're going to bump our money back up a little bit again just to cover the loans and stuff like that. How much goes out with our loan each month? I can't remember. I think it's 7,000 or 8,000. 3,300. Now we're well covered. That's it. We have everything picked up. A little bit over there, and that's it. I'm going to try to drop one off beside it. So we're not buying the sheep or the goats. We're putting goats in here. We're not getting them until I can get the I for Williams trailer to transport them up. We're not going to just buy them in. I know it's not a lot of money, but I want to do it realistic. We probably won't buy the trailer. We'll probably just lease it and we'll transport up. I don't know how many we're going to get. Let's empty this. I wonder will it get taken in. Not liftable, they're not even liftable beds. Is that getting taken out? Okay, it needs to be closer. I think it needs to go there. Yeah, we're going to, I have the bale spike anyway. I'm going to get that and put in the back of the tractor and get these in and get that topped off. And that's going to be it for this episode. This is it for this episode in the recording anyway. I'm just going to complete those 2 contracts and then I'll see what equipment I'm going to return. I'll probably hang on to the cultivator. Might hang on to all of it anyway. And we'll need it for contracts next month. So, episode number 4 from Mechet Start from Scratch. That's it, guys. Done and dusted, in the bank. Wasn't really well, I kind of knew we could get this, but I didn't think we'd do as well as we did in this episode. We're doing okay. Progressing at a nice pace. We'll lease the trailer next month and we'll get a few goats in here and we'll have a look and see what else comes up, what we're going to do. I think the next goal is we're going to try and work towards a little bit of equipment ourselves rather than setting the goal on, say, getting another field straight away or that. We watch what the second-hand market throws up for us. Honestly, I'd like a tractor I could put a loader on. I want to hang on to the Challenger though. I don't want to get rid of it. So it's kind of a case of, do we go for something cheap and cheerful? But there again, it needs to come through the second-hand market. So that's going to limit our scope. For the first 2 years, we can't go to the brand new market. Unless we're leasing, we can't buy. We have to buy for the first 2 years. We have to buy from the second hand, and that's the way we got to do it. So for now, from Mechet, episode number 4. That's it done. Thanks a million for joining me. Usual, on your way out, if you haven't banged the like button, please leave a comment. I'm really enjoying some of the feedback I'm getting on the series. And until next time, all that's left for me to do is to say goodbye for now. Until then, bye-bye.